This is Gabriel Lavelle, a singer from Galway. In 1937, the 42-year-old baritone, dressed as a farmer and sitting by a turnstile, was filmed in a studio set singing the popular ballad "The Garden Where the Praties Grow," which was written many, many years earlier by a County Clare man. Before we go into the background of the ballad writer, let's hear a verse from Gabriel.
Says I, me pretty Kathleen, I'm tired of single life, and if you've no objection, sure I'll make you my sweet wife. She answered me right modestly and curtsied very low. Oh, you're welcome to the garden where the praties grow. She was just
The Garden Where the Praties Grow was written by this man, Johnny Patterson, a fluent Irish speaker who was destined to be on stage. Johnny Francis Patterson was born in 1840 in Kilbarran, near Fakel in County Clare. We can't say for certain if his mother and father fell victim to the Great Famine, but we do know that they both died when Johnny was a young boy. Consequently, all 4 Patterson children were put into the care of relatives, young Johnny going to live with his uncle Mark in Ennis. When Johnny was aged 14, his uncle enrolled him as a drummer in the army, during which time the Kilbarran boy became a dab hand at playing the drums and the piccolo. Having saved enough money to buy his way out of the army, Johnny decided to become an all-singing, all-dancing circus clown, and dressing himself in garish costumes, he managed to somersault his way into the hearts of Irish people. Sometimes billed as the Rambler from Clare, he joined Praties travelling circus, which toured Ireland coast to coast in the 1870s. He soon fell in love with one of the acts, an adept bareback horse rider called Selina Hickey, the couple eventually marrying and raising a family. What distinguished Patterson from the other circus acts is that he composed his own songs, and in 1875 he put them into one book, which he sold while on tour all over Ireland. Titled Johnny Patterson's Irish Songster, it included The Garden Where the Praties Grow. The ballad tells the story of a man who falls head over heels in love with the girl he sees working in a potato patch. This unaffected girl does not try to walk in the style of the fashionable ladies in the cities, who ambled along the sidewalk stooped over in the style of the Grecian bend. Nor does she sport the chic continental chignon hairdo. No, the girl of his dreams was a no-nonsense, down-to-earth farm worker. After spending some time in America with Cooper and Bailey's London Circus, Johnny Patterson returned to Ireland in 1885 and joined Lloyd's Mexican Circus. But personal tragedy was soon to summon tears from the veteran clown when his wife Selina died in Belfast on the 27th of June, 1886. Spending some more years on the road, Johnny Patterson made his final tour in the late 1880s. And while performing in Tralee, he almost caused a riot when he marched into the circus ring wearing a colourful tunic depicting a large British crown under which was placed a small Irish harp. But finally, said the Kerry Evening Post, the majority of the audience put down the hisses and Mr. Patterson was able to proceed with his song. While in Tralee, he contracted a congestion of the lungs, the condition resulting in his death on the 31st of May, 1889, at the local hospital. Thousands of mourners followed his funeral cortege to the new cemetery in Tralee. Patterson's The Garden Where the Praties Grow was somehow secured by the London-based publishing house Stainer and Bell. The ballad subsequently set to an old Irish air and arranged for piano and vocal by British composer Samuel Liddell. Published in sheet music form in 1929, the Liddell arrangement was recorded by John McCormack and released in 1930 on the RCA Victor label.
Have you ever been in love, me boys, or have you felt the pain? I'd sooner be in jail myself than be in love again. For the girl I loved was beautiful, I'd have you all to know. And I met her in the garden where the praties grow. She was just...
Curiously, the McCormack recording does not credit Johnny Patterson as the composer, but Liddell is credited as the arranger. Such is the business of show business. And so ends the story of The Garden Where the Praties Grow. Have you ever been in love, me boys? Have you felt the pain? I'd rather be in jail, I would, than be in love again. Now the girl I loved was beautiful, I'll have yous all to know, and I met her in the garden where the praties grow. She was just the sort of creature that nature did intend to walk throughout the world, me boys, without the Grecian bend. Nor did she wear the chignon, I'd have yous all to know, and I met her in the garden where the praties grow. Says I, my lovely Colleen, I hope you'll pardon me, but you wasn't like the city girls who'd say you're making free. She answered me right modestly and curtsied very low. Ah, you're welcome in the garden where the praties grow. Says I, my lovely darling, I'm tired of single life, and if you've no objections, I'll make you my sweet wife. Says she, I'll ask me parents, and tomorrow you shall know, if you'll meet me in the garden where the praties grow. Oh well, her parents they consented, and were blessed with children 3, 2 girls just like their mother, and a boy that spit o' me. We'll train 'em up in decency the way they ought to know. And I'll ne'er forget the garden where the praties grow.